Okay, recording. Okay, let's see. Mostly I'm gonna be speaking English because VOD review. Let's see.
Sir,
Huh?
basin gusto kag kuan recording nako na nagdula mi nila AJ o Renz
Pwede ra
gapon.
pwede ra later. After ano
Kaya ako i-upload ang daan.
opat man siya ka VOD good. But mainly I'm focusing on in this clips, movement and aiming. Not much on game sense, but a bit of game sense lang. Para, overall. 7. Okay. Okay, nice. Should have healed. Cluster placement to. Look at this. This is too low. Always like this high lang. This high. You can't be looking down. Okay, good cluster placement. Checking. Ooh. Okay, nice. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so far so good on the aiming side, but sadly on the on the utility or game sense side, before you went in, I mean after getting the KO kill, I think it's KO. It's Reina. After the Reina kill, should have went back instead of going in. Mainly the reason why we have no flash, and yes, we have a smoke, but we're going solo in, as if you look at the map right now, but if maklaro ba ninyo, if you can see the map, uh, diba we got flashed by the KO. Of course, our initial reaction should be looking for cover, instead of going forward, because we have no chance of fighting back if we get blinded. So should have went back instead of going forward. I think that's a good round. What's happened here? Okay. Looking at the economy, should have bought max util or full util. We have a lot of money, and then we didn't buy a single utility. So we should have bought 2 flashes, soul, so we can safely go inside. We can't really rely on having a specter lang and light shield to win the round. We need every possible advantage. The fuck? Okay, good cross replacement. Okay, nice. Ooh, okay, clean. Heal, should have healed. At this point, reload. Okay, good cross replacement. Sadly, I don't really like how you position yourself. As if I mean, this is low elo, I know, but if the enemies were a bit better, playing this position is kind of bad because like if they double swing, even if you kill one, the second player who is behind the first player who peeked can trade you easily. So do be careful. I suggest if you're playing like this, just play generator. Wait for them to fall down. Now if they go down, your teammates in hell can support you. So you're not going 1v4 against everyone in heaven. Instead, you're playing with your team. So see how the hell players can't even support you when you picked heaven. So that's what I meant. Should have just waited them. I waited for them to go down. Yeah, we have one flanking though. Sadly, but let's just assume na there was nobody flanking. Let's just say it's for heaven. Then the best scenario, the best thing you could have done was to wait for them. So you just hide in this generator, wait for them to drop down, let the hell players get first contact, then you swing, and then you shoot them. And yeah, let's move on.
Yes, why?
Ooh, kind of scary. When you're picking mid,
Yes,
especially,
why?
we don't have information, no recon, no smoke. Instead of walking out normally, I highly suggest you pre-aim. This is a good pre-aim, but the way you're gonna pick this angle is you're walking instead of just medium swing or a normal swing. See, you're slow walking into mid. Not advisable. Let's see what you do after. Okay, nice guy. Going forward. Ooh, almost. He just didn't expect that person. Yeah, that's fine. Pretty A-okay. Let's go with the second round. Okay, so we're going forward. Okay, when you're walking with your teammates like this, he's going he's taking the lead, actually. That's what I meant. Diba? He went mid. He's going towards mid-bottom. He's taking the lead. The lead charge, or like, it's just say he's walking towards market. So he's going first. So your job as the person behind him should be covering his open angle. So should be putting your crosshair in short at this moment. Yes, we killed somebody on short. Oh no, Sova killed somebody on short. But remember, it was just one guy. Someone playing A main or I don't know, A site could have went towards short, peeked again, even though his teammate died, which is Waylay. And you might get surprised, he kills you. So it's better to be safe. Just put your crosshair wherever your Soba's not watching. I mean, you're not gonna be checking first, diba? So let this guy check this. Prepare to trade, of course, but while he's doing his shit, you're also gonna be doing your own responsibility, covering his ass, his back. Ooh, and Henty. He got surprised. What happened here? I think what I really okay. I mean, if you have a Spectre like this, at this point, you can just run and gun. Like, let's just say, yeah, you got surprised, you got startled, you can just run and gun this guy. Just aim down, aim at his feet. The recoil will just go up, and he will eventually die. Let's move on. Okay, good reaction. That's a bit too low. Okay, when you're holding a close angle like this is a pretty close angle. It's like what, almost 10 meters. Crosshair should be here. A bit higher though, because like, especially if the enemy peaks, their height is like this. This is, for me, it's a bit too low. So aim a bit higher. Okay. I don't suggest just running out in the open, before going out. Okay, if you see that your teammates are running out, by themselves, instead of like waiting for them to die, before they even went to peek out, like here. I don't know, where this be? Yeah. Here, let's see. Okay, you see that teammate, right? You see your teammate going forward. At this point, you should have flashed. It's better to have a teammate instead of a dead teammate, because like you could have saved this ass if you just flashed. But luckily, there was nobody peeking. And if you ask me, yeah, we have Killjoy ulti already. They should be running away. Imagine you're against a Smurf for a really good player. Imagine they have Reyna, Waylay. They can just get one kill, TP out, or dismiss out. So it's better to be safe. And so, I see. Okay. Ooh, okay. Pretty bad, I would say. Instead of running forward, same as the pistol round, if you get blinded, if you get hit by utilities by the enemy team, uh, immediately go to cover. Let's just say, yeah, you went to cover, or in this box. So, diba, in this box you want to hide. He mollies you, he spams you, but if the focus is on you, right? They have an enemy players focusing on you, your teammates behind you, or within or in the site can shoot the guy shooting you. So, even if you die, the enemy player who's shooting you also dies. And if you're pretty confident, you can just swing the guy also. But this is very, very risky. Okay, good.
AJ.
Oh shit.
108.
Okay. At that point, yeah, should have dismissed. Uh, you're not in a pretty good area to be fighting. I mean, the moment, look.
108.
The moment you're here, you're open to heaven. Heaven, there's one player here. So, after getting the kill, that's a good kill. Dismiss. If you go generator, hide again. Uh, Recover, prepare for a second fight, then you have more chances. 20 here. Okay, that's good. Should have flashed. No, flash, get the gun. Oh, say, very, very risky. See how many open angles you're open to the moment you picked up the gun. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of angles. So yeah, instead of casually picking up a gun in the open area, you can also wait for the smoke. But the enemy Omen died already, so flash. Yeah, instead you should have flashed. Okay,
Wait.
flash.
333.
Okay, it's pretty good that you didn't go in. We don't have smoke. On shore. Ooh. Recoil control. Mm-hmm. Your crosshair is moving around. When you're spraying, I'll show you. I mean, I already showed you multiple times. Just track, even if you're bursting your gun on the enemy, instead of just what you call this, just relying on the spray, relying on
My ultimate's ready.
the recoil. You could have just tracked the enemy. So let's just say here, right? The enemy, yeah. Even if you're spraying or if you're bursting, always on the head. Example, this is the enemy head. So or the enemy body. So you can just keep shooting if you just keep tracking on the enemy. Like earlier what you did, yeah, your crosshair is moving around. So yeah, force your crosshair to be locked on the enemy. If you remember in the Aim Labs playlist I gave you, the micro start track and the strafe shot should be a pretty good task for you to practice, especially on the bursting part. So let's move on.
Pwede tayo mag-rotate eh.
Okay, and game sense wise, if you see your teammates just going for man, even with Killjoy towards single site, better off you can just go with them. You play with them, you flash for them instead of going mid looking for kills. It's like, let's just say you got killed and your teammates also failed in B main because you weren't there. and it's a lost round, you know. So you can try to play with your teammates around your teammates. Sometimes if you're gonna play mid like this, then you should have just asked for a smoke. With a club smoke on
Pwede
short,
tayo
and Sova Recon on mid bottom.
mag-rotate eh.
If you're planning to play mid, but if you're planning to just watch the flank, then I suggest you to not do that because you have Killjoy. You can watch the flank, or you can ask the Killjoy if he's like kind of mentally ill to put a turret behind you or an alarm bot. Footstep kind of loud. Okay, pretty good. You're okay. Good reaction. Good check. Nice. Okay, nice. Ooh, crosshair too low. Should have been a bit higher. See, a bit higher. Okay, nice kill. Should have dismissed after the first kill. Yeah, should have dismissed. He had like half a second. Kill, dismiss. Should have survived. See how much milliseconds you still have. See, like almost half a second. You still have time to dismiss. It's okay. You can practice that with your with more playtime with Reyna. Okay, someone. What happened here? Ooh. You know, sometimes I kind of don't suggest if you have a weaker gun to shoot the Reyna flash. Instead, you could just hide and then here. I'll show you. Here. Let's just say here. Right? Reyna flash. Hide. Reason why? It takes kind of almost like a second to shoot to destroy the recon, the Reyna Lear, and that's enough time for the enemy Reyna to swing on you and shoot you while you're shooting the Reyna Lear. See, it's like almost a second. The enemy could have just swung on you. Luckily, it's not that good. Okay, that's good flash. Ooh, should be putting your crosshair somewhere. Put your crosshair here in case if somebody swings out in hell, or you can put your crosshair here while you're going forward. You know, it's to be prepared just in case they swing. You know, let's just say, I mean, the Killjoy ulti, as you can see, doesn't reach the whole site. Instead, we still have some area available for them to hide. So just assume, assume somebody's there. You know, like if somebody was here, like imagine, right? He was just holding the angle, and of course you weren't prepared. He would have just killed you so easily. So yeah. What happened here? Okay. Hide. Okay, nice. Okay. Didn't hear him. That's okay. They're pretty good play though. Like I would say, playing generator, playing distraction for your teammates. Pretty good. But I would say if I was Killjoy, I mean, I'm VOD reviewing this clip, but if I was Killjoy and if I hear somebody flashing and then they drop, I would swing to help my teammate who's getting shot in generator. But so far, I won't really complain about you playing on generator. So, let's see what happened here. Okay, nice kill. What happened here? Ooh. You flash first, then you swing. Okay, you don't swing, then you flash first. So, we flash first. So, in case somebody's speaking, they're gonna shoot the leer, and then while you're shooting the leer, you're gonna swing, and then you shoot the guy who's shooting your flash. So, nice kill though. Okay, good dismiss. Good crosshair placement. Okay. Crosshair placement's too low. Too low. Should have flashed though. You hear them fighting. I mean, you hear them. They're in pizza. They're in market. So before you even peek, you could have flashed. Here, yeah. Flash, peek. Uh, you see enemy flash, and you know, if you had flashed earlier while the KO flashed, he might have just shot the Lear first, or even better, he wouldn't even peek because you were flashing. But you just blindly just go in. So not advisable, of course. So let's move on. Mid again, you're slow peeking mid. From the earlier rounds, I would say just okay. Pre-aim here, then use normal peek and not walking like this. Okay, flash is okay. Ooh, are you pistol out? If you're running towards short, should be guns out, holding mid bottom while you're running out. Then if you're close to this wall, guns out still. After you clear that, shift your focus here. You should be pre-aiming towards, yeah, pre-aim, swing. Yeah, pre-aim here. Not this low, this is too low. Pre-aim here, move to the left, pre-aim here, and then after that you go here and pre-aim in this corner. See ya. I mean, if you're expecting somebody there, okay, and then your crosshair placement is this low, then you would be hitting his body instead of his head, because like most likely it's like gonna be like this smiley face, because he's gonna shoot you. Ooh, yeah. If you're gonna pick that again, if you're gonna pick like that again, if somebody's watching the angle, then you're gonna die. Should have just flashed first before you peeked. Too noisy. What the hell? If you're in an area, of course, if you don't have map control over that area, especially we're attacking and we're going towards enemy territory, most likely, the most likely advice I can give you would be walking. Like add the element of surprise. If they don't expect you, they wouldn't be prepared. Luckily, that KO is deaf. He didn't hear you running, so it's pretty good. We have a deaf enemy, so see, diba? You're not making any noise. It's not gonna expect you. But of course, it's just gonna be a bit careful. Diba? Nice. Okay, good flash. Should be careful. Boo. Unlucky timing. That's okay. Flash again. After the initial flash, because we're flashing the peakers, the dry peakers on this specific funnel. We're flashing that at those guys, and then if we are going to go in, flash again. So when we swing towards a specific angle, let's just say left side, if somebody was playing on the right side, it's like hiding here, then of course he gets blinded. So just to be safe.
KJ.
Ooh, nice flick, but missing the body. For me, I usually would blame
KJ.
your crosshair placement. You're dealing with an angle. Even if you're pre-aiming here, let's just say you're pre-aiming here, right? Your crosshair is too low. Okay, If they're closer, it should be higher. Even if it's a bit more farther, it should be lower a bit. You know, as you can see, head level like this. Uh, Kinda lucky. It's a good flick to look. But he got your head. But keep practicing the proper head level, crosshair placement, and probably with that flick, type of flicking. Okay, move on. Defense. Let's see. Okay, Reina on defense. Playing side is pretty good. Okay.
Okay.
Shouldn't be crouching.
Oh, ba?
Oh, didn't hear him. Unlucky. Yeah, unlucky. But I think if you heard him, you could have reacted. But for me, if you're playing on dice, I don't suggest crouching, because in the case that waylay dashes and you're still in crouch, yeah, you're gonna get surprised. But usually it's Jet, in like most comp games, it's gonna be Jet dashing in. So if you get surprised by that because you're still crouching, then yeah, very unlucky scenario. What happened here? Oh, should be pre-aiming here, or putting your crosshair there at least. I mean, going here in this corner is pretty good, but the crosshair placement should be on the mid link. Ooh, I mean, classic on the long range, of course. You're in a disadvantage. If I were you, I would just stay here. Stay here. Hide in this corner. If somebody walks out, shoot him. And let's just say, if you check on the map, we lost beaming control. Enemy went to site. They have site. So after that, we're still in this position in mid bottom. Then we can walk out, slowly clear mid, then go for the lurk. As you can see, they don't have any traps available, so we can definitely lurk. See, it's kind of too early. Okay. Okay, pretty bad position. Yeah, okay. Bad position, why? You don't have cover. Okay? I mean, if you were playing dice or hell or even heaven, I would say even if you get KO ulted, it's really fine if you fight. As long as you can get the one kill, that's very fine. And then sadly, you weren't even prepared to fight aiming. You're pre-aiming here, as you can see before. Waylay dashed. Oh, here. Should have pre-aimed here. I don't really think they're gonna just jiggle pick you with this small ass angle. No. Most likely they're gonna be swinging out because they're going in, especially with Reina Flash. Okay, the reason why I told you na it's not a really good area to fight, even if you get KO ulted. Mainly the reason why is if Reina flashes, you still have to shoot that. If you shoot that, they swing. Next scenario, if you play here, Omen can blind generator, and you can get blinded too, and they just swing and just shoot you. Next scenario, KO flashes. You're here, he shoots you, and then of course if you just combine them all together, here, Lear, Omen flash, Waylay dash, KO flash again, yeah, basically you're dead, so you can't see anything. So let's move on. Okay, pretty good choice to buy a sheriff. We have enough money for next round. Okay. Flash. Ooh, okay. If you're gonna flash, then okay. In this scenario, look. Okay. Your Phoenix died. You reacted. Okay. Pretty good. If you're gonna flash, then you should be in an area position where you can also immediately swing. Okay, because like if you flash, as you can see, if you flash like that and you don't peek, oh, they already know you're in market. They're gonna expect you. And as you can see, KO is looking at you. See? A sneaky little bastard. He's looking at you. Because you know, because you flashed. And you didn't immediately swing. So if you flash, then you immediately swing. Then KO would have to shoot the flash and then shoot you. So, you know, let's just say that's around 1 second. And that's enough time for you to just spam his head and kill the guy. And yeah, unlucky. Hey, pretty good position to play here. That's nice. Ooh, crosshair placement should be here. You know? Because like, if they drop, they swing. Which is what happened with the Omen. He dropped. He swing. Could have been clean kill. Ooh. Anti. If I were you, well, I mean, it's a pretty good fight. But should have calmed down after the first kill. Alright, let's see. Omen dropped. Killed him. Should have swinged to pick the next guy because you hear the footstep, right? He's running inside. But not in this area, because like if you swing in this area, well, check in this area, you're open to stairs. So instead, should have went forward, peeking the right side, shoot the guy, and you wouldn't even worry about the other guy on the left side, because he has to swing you to pick you, you know, like to shoot you. See how? See this? See? Boo. But if you're here, he wouldn't see you, and you can just confidently fight this guy. I think you got startled. Plus, yeah, enemy guy shooting you on the left also. Ooh, nice. Oof. If you're gonna pick mid, don't walk. Okay, just swing. I don't advise that happening. Nice kill. Okay. Like the confidence, good. Okay, you hear him on the right? That's an heaven.
Heaven.
Top. Should have tapped early. That's okay. Very tense scenario, you know? Good try. Good try. Okay, playing Spectre. Ooh, okay. If you have a weak gun, okay, I really don't advise going mid. What I do like, even if you have a weak gun, is if you have a sheriff. You have an equal advantage when fighting somebody with a full buy. So of course, you can one tap or tag 145 on the enemy you're fighting. So, next time. But if you have a weaker gun, and like it's mostly effective on the shorter range, yeah, I should have just went CT safely. Look for a close fight. Yes, close fight. Okay. Ooh, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Crosshair placement too low. Top too low. Should be here. Okay, good reaction. Rotate fast. Okay, you see Killjoy ulti, and most likely they're gonna be going back. So should be careful in Bay main, just in case somebody was lurking. Or see, I like the reaction of Clove. Instead of focusing on A, you know, we have Killjoy ulti. Should be focusing on where they would avoid the ult. So maybe it's they're in lobby. If they're in A lobby, then they would most likely go back towards B or mid. So the reaction of Clove and Killjoy is pretty good. So Though it's pretty late, you realize that's nice. See, they went mid. Okay, and ooh, should have not scoped. Good try. Okay, compared to the VODs you've sent me before, this is a pretty good one. Good dueling. Uh, so far, good confidence. I like how you fight. You know, more like a confident duelist. You know, who really knows what to do. Suggestions would be crosshair placement. Uh, a bit on the flash. You know, like the flash, like how you use the flash. Of course, you're gonna use the flash before you peek, or use the flash to clear sight, to be safe in clearing sight. And then the positioning, I would say try to think of a position where you can hide. You know, if you're, of course, if you're dealing with somebody who has multiple flashes, most likely you need to look for an area where you can hide from the flash, especially with strong flashes like KO. Should be wary of that possibility of getting flashed, fully flashed. So, should be looking for a good cover instead of playing in the open. Dismiss reaction time is improving compared before, so it's really nice. Aim so far, really good improvement. I really can see that you're playing my Aim Labs playlist, so that's really good. And so far, I like the progress. And yeah, just listen to what I said, especially on the what you call this, the flashes and the positioning. You know, I would say those where you are lacking the most. Head level placement, head level crosshair placement, still has some issues, but I would say, I mean, you're getting used to it. Like you're putting it properly uh, from time to time. Not most of the time, not much of a consistent one, but I can see that you're trying. You're putting it, you know, and then you're also pre-aiming, so that's good. Swings improving compared to your previous VODs you sent me. Uh, Less of a walking style swing, you know. So yeah, still some lapses on the VOD you sent me in regards to walking and peeking, but I suggest, highly suggest, just swing, okay? So swing, confidently swing, pre-aim. Then you most likely you can surprise the enemy, have better advantages because you know peeker's advantage. So yeah, so far so good, and bye bye.